everybody, it's Glenda again with Fralins and Friends, and tonight we're going to do a sculpture. Start one. I may have Joe come in here to help me with the squeezing and stuff because I've got, I think it may be an arthritic shoulder, and might possibly someday get some cortisone shots, but we're still trying to figure it out. I got more tests, so that's beside the point, except that it would be good anyway if Joe would come in. But we have another great grandchild coming up with a birthday here just the early part of October, and at least that's when her party is. We have 14 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren so far. Now, we do not make gifts for all of them. What we do is, most of the time we just give them money. But the little ones, you know, she's 4. She's going to be 4. And so we are going to give her money. But I would like to also make some kind of a sculpture. The theme for it is Halloween. And Flora, that girl is a pistol. Full of energy, sweetness and light, and very determined on what she knows, and that's the right thing. I am not her great-grandmother. I am her mommy's grandma. At least last birthday, that's what it was. So now I have to make sure that I am right when I put this on. I have to ask her mom if I am still mommy's grandma. So, but we're gonna get started on this sculpture. I'm gonna do a ghost. It's not gonna be a scary type ghost. It's gonna be a ghost, and it's gonna have a little jack-o'-lantern attached to it, just on the side, and something cute that she can keep in her room. Okay. All I do with the foil base, basically, is make something that takes up a lot of the room inside of the sculpture, for one thing, based on some clay, and it's easier to get the first mold. But this will take up, there, this will take up a lot of the space. And, well, for one thing, it keeps it a little bit lighter. And for another, it just helps. Okay, now what I'm going to use is my ultralight, Sculpting ultralight clay. And I started out with Sculpting because I was following Ace of Clay on his stuff. It's what he was using, and he always had good luck with it. And I still go over and see what he's up to sometimes. I just keep myself really busy a lot of the time. But this ultralight obviously needs to be worked, because it usually isn't quite this dry. It's very light. It's very lightweight. I'm going to move this up a bit. There. It's very lightweight. And he's, oh, there's a dry chunk. Well, it would work. Just needs oil worked back into it. These are all oil based. It's always feel my way with this stuff. I've made other ghosts. I've made mummies, ghosts, all kinds of stuff. Usually at Christmas time, a lot of these sculptures I've made through the year, I'll just put a bunch of them in a box. Because I haven't done as many this year, but usually I do quite a few. You know, like one a week or one every 2 weeks. But I know it don't look like much right now. Anyway, at Christmas I set a whole box of sculptures out for the kids. And they get to just grab what they want. Usually they get something. They find something they like. Now there is a way to soften clay. I do have clay softener. It's a kind of an oil. I have used too much before. It doesn't take much to use too much. The wire helps with making the structure stronger. I know you figured that out already. There. I'm going to get down that foil. Once we finish this part, I'll have to bake it. So we won't get to the outside part tonight. We'll do that tomorrow night. And that's when we'll do all the painting. I use the liquid paints for that. Okay, where is that foil? Okay. Yep. I don't know how advisable this is, but I'm going to give it a shot. This isn't going to work down here. I'll have to find a different way to do that. It seems like, I mean, yes, there's a certain amount of experience, but just about everything you make that is a different shape, different style, or whatever, it takes some learning. There's a little learning to it. I don't think anything came out of there. This is called oven bake adhesive. It's made specifically for clay projects. Now I'm hoping against all hope that I can make this behave. Probably should have done this first. Let me do this first. Okay, what I want to do is I want to get in there and hook it into that foil. And it's not going to like me. There. Hopefully that will do it. Now once this is baked, it will be very hard. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the jack-o'-lantern. I'm not going to use any foil. Well, I did. No, that was for the head. Okay. Okay. I won't put the stem on this because the stem isn't very big, so I'll just probably make it with the Super Sculpey. This is Sculpey Ultralight. Okay, I need to snip another piece of wire. Let's put some more of that in here. Okay, you can kind of see where it's going. The ghost will be here, and he'll be all fleshed out and pretty. And then I paint them with these liquid paints. So, and the jack-o'-lantern will be his little pal. He sets up pretty good that way, don't he? There you go. There he is. Ready to bake. So this is our base. You can probably figure how it's going to develop. And this is the Super Sculpey. It's beige. That is what I will be using to cover this with, because this is the real decorative part. And then I will be painting that. This ultralight makes it easier to use this, and I run this through my little spaghetti roller and make it nice thin pieces that I can just wrap the mummy in. The ghost and the jack-o'-lantern in. Okay, this okay, I can just say, alright, this is the baddie mummy. You know, we say something makes no sense, somebody say that, you're baddie. Well, okay, this is Mr. Baddie Mummy. And this is the mummy whose brains they forgot to take out. So they are seeping out of the nose they forgot to cut off. Or they didn't get wrapped. So, he's got, I need to paint more of that gray on. He's got a little bit of gray brain matter coming down there. So, yes, these were some that, I mean, I made them like this, but they were some that the mummy makers, the Egyptians, didn't get quite right. They probably weren't trying too hard, because they probably weren't the best of the best. We'll see you tomorrow. I love all of you. This will be baked and ready to cover and paint. I have to bake it once I cover it with the other stuff too, but then I'll paint it once it's baked. I think I can get all that done tomorrow night. So, love you. Smile and wave. Smile and wave. There's yours. Take care of yourselves. Behave. It's the Halloween season. I know you won't. If I were, I wouldn't be making stuff like this for little 4-year-old girls. I think she's going to love it. And we'll talk to you tomorrow and whatever is beyond that. We do plan, if weather's good, it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow, but if the weather holds out, we are planning a trip to a town called Wymore, Nebraska. It's kind of famous in the Czech community, probably all over the world, I don't know. But people come from far and wide because it was a lot of the Czech people who immigrated here. They kind of would immigrate to a certain, just like a lot of different areas where they just seem to kind of all come together in one particular area. Now, Blue Springs here, or Blue Springs, Wymore here, they have found out is the Welsh capital of Nebraska, which means a lot of Welsh people. Now, there's been, of course, a lot of people move in who are not Welsh, as there are people up there who are not Czech. But if they have some Czech ancestry, there's no town thing that says you have to be. But the festival's fun anyway. We aren't going to be there during the festival, but there are a lot of sites that we can get some great video of. And even if we can't go in, hopefully we will get some good outdoor coverage. So I just wanted to let you know that will be coming up on Friday. So take care of yourselves. Like I said, it's an order. I gotta quit using this left arm like that because it shakes the shoulder. Love you. Good night.